I'm Mary Brunson. Today I'm joined with John Foucault, CEO of Points North, and Ruth Berger, Director of Sales and Marketing for Points North. And we've been talking a little bit, mostly John and myself, about payroll integration, which has been a really interesting conversation. And we've spent the last couple of days going and visiting a few dioceses and kind of sharing with them some of the solutions that we collectively bring to the diocesan retirement plan opportunities. And the more I learn about what Points North does, the more excited I get about sharing this information with you. And John and Ruth, you were telling me a little bit about something that has really nothing to do with retirement plans, but I think it's such a value add for the dioceses to know about, and that's your collections program. Can you share with me a little bit about that?
Sure can. We recently released what's known as National Collections Administration. And the reason we did that is there have been some embezzlement challenges in various dioceses across the country over the last few years. And as one surfaced as recent as in 2012, we were approached by a diocese to consider developing a solution that would bring accountability and transparency to the National Collections Administration and to the individual diocese as a risk management tool or solution. So we spent about 3 or 4 months and we talked to different bishops throughout the country as well as CFOs to validate that there was a need and that there was an interest. And we also asked about how the solution should operate and function. So not only we had their validation, we had their input to design, function, and usability of it. We then brought to market and formally released at the last DFMC conference in September here over in Boston a National Collections Administration module within our Who's Where product.
So this is something that the bishops had a lot of input in designing?
Not every bishop, but a few bishops throughout the country we utilized as a sounding board and advisors, if you will.
That's fantastic, because they know the situation better than anyone.
Exactly. And the way we came about determining whether or not there was value to doing this and investing to bring it to market was through the potential of preserving lives and removing that temptation, accessibility to embezzle and create fraud and fraudulent transactions.
What's that expression? Never tempt an honest man?
Exactly, exactly.
Well, it eliminates the perception that there may be the opportunity to create that theft or fraud as well. So it protects the person that's at the diocese as well.
Well, exactly.
So the solution is very transparent. As the national collections are done throughout the parishes, that amount is simply recorded at that individual parish. And once it's recorded, it is able to be seen and tracked by the diocese as well as the USCCB National Collections Office in Washington, D.C.
Terrific.
And the collections office has also asked the diocese if they would be willing to send that money through ACH, again creating more transparency and accountability. And there were several dioceses that said, yes, we want to do this. So we've created integration with that system as well, so they can flow from the parishes through the diocese all the way to the National Collections Office for those collections that they're responsible for.
And do so electronically. No handwriting checks, no changing of funds, no bags of cash to count and track and record. Collect it at the parish, transmit it to the diocese electronically by pushing a button, and then also transfer it to Washington, D.C. by pushing a button.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, that sounds fantastic.
Right. And we feel that this is also going to help them increase their contributions that go through, because the people who are giving the collections are also a little leery sometimes that the money's going to end up where it was intended to go, as with any nonprofit that they contribute to. So we think that this will be a good marketing tool for them as well.
Well, that's excellent. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with me. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure the folks watching will also be very interested in learning more about that as well.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
John Foucault, Ruth Berger, Points North. Thank you so much for being here.